let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
Not the Monday that I think that we all were hoping or honestly anticipating. I mean, I didn't think that there was any way that the 49ers with as banged up as they were, with journeyman defensive players, Brock Purdy playing with Wawa and Sheets wide receivers, and especially after George Kittle getting hurt, would come into Philadelphia and beat the Eagles, but they did, and so the Eagles season is over. I think we all were kind of trying to talk ourselves into they were going to make another run, and deep down inside there was just something missing with this team all year. So we're going to do a little postmortem here. I got my usual cast, and I got my man Paul Spencer from the Cowboy Show is hopping on with us too. Paul knows his football, so we're going to get into it here. But guys, I mean, I want to get everybody's number one takeaway. I have an interesting theory because everybody's going to blame the offense, and rightfully so. I mean, I have major issues with the play calling. The offense sputtered once again, but I'm going to kind of take it a little different direction from my takeaway. I'm putting a little bit of shit on the defense, to be honest with you. I mean, the offense. I'm going to say the offense because they weren't doing shit in the second half. But let's be real. This was a championship caliber defense. They had the lead. And the 49ers were making plays with guys that I follow football, guys that I barely even heard of, So, I'm going to shit on Patullo, criticize A.J. Brown, but I'm putting a little bit on the defense here. The defense gave up 23 points and to a bunch of fucking, journey. But I
don't know. To that, I kept saying I was at the game. I kept saying to my buddy, I'm like, eventually, you gotta how much can your defense hold on for? You're going up against a good coach. You're going up against a coach who knows how to call plays. Opposed to our fucking team. You got against Christian McCaffrey. Kittle did play for a quarter, whatever. But you're going up against a team that knows how to win games, and that's the result. When that's what you put out there. You can't. Your defense is eventually going to give up points. Your offense has to bail them out. We bailed you out all year. Quinyon Mitchell picked the ball off twice, put them in position to take control of that game. That has to take the heart out of your defense. We just put you at the 50 twice.
Look, Q started off bad, but he picked it up with later, which is good. But one name that kept missing tackles, and you kept seeing it, was big number 53. Paul had one of his worst games he ever had. And
Adoree Jackson getting burnt by DeMarcus Robinson all day.
Oh yeah. Man's the only God is Man's the only one who had a good game.
Reed Blankenship.
This team was. They didn't play They didn't play complimentary football. No. Everyone on offense hates the offensive coordinator. You could tell just when they sit there and talk. When you see that clip of Jalen Sirianni and Patullo talking, you just go, there is no communication there. It just looks like no one wants to do what the guy with the board's calling.
And A.J. Brown AJ Brown's gone.
I mean, so that comment right there from Joaquin right there, we were talking about it backstage. I coach football, and I coach 11-13, so I can read the formation. How many times do you guys line up double guns on the outside? Same formation, same set every time.
How many times does fucking Steen got to smack Cam Jurgens on the ass?
Thank you. And how, Diego?
What the fuck is that? I can't stand it.
You playing D-line, you see that shit. Okay, one Mississippi, boom, let's go. Read the call. No
You're
snap.
letting them know
Nothing.
exactly.
Yep.
You should be
No
able
snap.
to execute plays. I understand that, but like you shouldn't have to tell the center when to snap the ball. You should be hearing the quarterback. Set. They should be on like a fucking like a timing thing. Now you
Diego,
don't have to touch the
especially
guy
at
next
home.
to you.
Especially at home. Especially at home, man.
Like, what is going on? It
When
just
you're
looks,
in that huddle,
it looked, you know, like Paul, if you had your team doing that, that would
Yeah.
make sense. They're kids. It looks like a high school, college football team.
Yeah.
Diego, we run second sound at home. We run second sound, second clap, second sound, second clap. We know we don't tap each other on the ass because that's defense advantage. And Robert Saleh, dude, he is a solid freaking DC. He's not a head coach, but he's solid at DC. He's good.
yeah.
I feel like there's one.
The head coach, you're going, Paul.
There's one thing to blame, and that's this offense had zero like they were very predictable all year. They had no creativity. You could just tell by, like, for example, the play that Chicago called fourth down late in that game. They run a fake screen. Caleb pumps it, like throws it over the top of DJ Moore. Super creative play. Took the defense off guard. And the Eagles just run 4 verticals on fourth down.
Yes.
And throw it. And Jalen he looked so defeated by the play call. He was like, I'm just going to throw it to the guy that made all the plays today.
Yeah.
And Diego, to your point right there, 4 verticals, okay? I was telling Jeff in the backstage, I was like, five down linemen for the Eagles, 4 rushes for the Niners. Why is Barkley back there chipping nobody? Get out in space, create the linebackers a mismatch, get him out of there. Then you run still 3 verticals, no spacing on the field. No spacing. Not at all.
Sure. What's your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is what it's been all season. No one knew how to call plays. No one knew how to call plays on this team, and Nick Sirianni didn't know what to do about it. He couldn't call plays. You know, he was like, I can't do a better job than Patullo. Patullo sucks.
Mike Papper Jr. says Sirianni blew it the week before, not playing his starters and not going for the win and play the Packers instead of the 49ers. You know,
it didn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
To be honest,
the play calling didn't change. The play calling didn't change.
I don't care who they would play.
Week 1 to 17, it didn't change. You're not going to change it because your starters didn't play last week.
We probably lose to the Packers too. The way this season was a first round exit, and we should have seen it coming for a long time.
The Jets could have beat us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I don't know about that, Jeff, but
I mean, look, this team could have started 1-5.
Statement. No way. Fuck the Jets.
Yeah, Sean, what was your biggest takeaway? I didn't hear what you said.
Basically, the offense. You said defense, offense. Patullo sucked. You don't run Saquon and Bigsby. After Bigsby loses his goddamn mouthpiece, that's it. He's gone. He's invisible. Why? You know, AJ just a shit show performance, lackluster, no heart. You know, Reed Blankenship. And goddamn Jake Elliott. Fucking see you later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. He's gone. I'll take a young kid from rugby. His days are done. We could have tied the game up. I can go on and on.
Yeah, and just to clarify, like I'm not blaming the defense. I mean, I agree with Diego. It's complementary football. Like I know the problem is the offense. I guess I'm just kind of saying, you know, yeah, San Francisco was really lacking weapons. Like this would have been a game where you really needed the defense to have like an all-world performance. And honestly,
and you let Brock Purdy have too much time all day.
Exactly. That's kind of my
fact we have.
I wasn't saying that the defense played good. I wasn't saying that. I was saying when your defense plays as good as they did all season, they have a bad game. You got to look at players like AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts to bail them out once in a while. You know, because say you find a way to win this game, you already know the caliber defense we got. They could have easily regrouped and had that stellar performance next week.
right.
Jawan Jennings to Christian McCaffrey. I just seen total bullshit.
Yeah.
You're watching the play. You're watching the play.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Reed Blankenship can't cover me.
Oh, you think he's?
Boo can't cover. He can hit. He can tackle. He don't miss tackles. If he in the run game, he's good. He's good at coming up in blitzes. That dude cannot cover.
He's not fast. He's not fluid in the hips. If he played the secondary, He's great at tackling, like you said, but once it comes to man, or he's not a DeJean, which DeJean could do. Move on from him. Sorry. And I think he knows it too because he's a free agent. See you later.
Yeah, you move on from Reed. You get another veteran that can do a little bit of both, and you get Makuba back and go from there.
And keep Ringo and Sidney Brown on special teams. They're special teams tackling dummies. I love it.
Yeah, I was just a little, like I said, like I was, I was kind of disappointed. Like I thought maybe Jalen Phillips would make a big play. I thought maybe you'd see Jalen Carter bust through. I mean, you really the Purdy had way too much time, and then to Mike Kaepernick Jr.'s point about not playing the starters last week, it really, I'll give him this. 49ers marched right down the field. We looked extremely rusty that first drive. 49ers, we had like blown coverages. DeMarcus Robinson is like running wide open over the middle of the field now. But you know what though? That goes into coaching too, because you look at our play design. Our play design sucks. Kyle Shanahan is a great offensive mind, so he schemes guys open. That's something that we don't do.
All right, what happened? Ready? What happens when George Kittle goes out the game, right? George Kittle goes out the game. First play is like a 25-yard fucking play to use check. Second play is another play to use check. He starts featuring the guy that no one thinks is going to get the ball, and he makes a couple big impactful plays in that game until the Eagles were like, oh, shit, all right. They're going to try to use him like Kittle.
As a DC, you should know that. Vangio should know that. Cusack is the best fullback in the damn game. He's a pass catcher. He's a runner.
He's an 11-time Pro Bowler or something like that.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Jeff, you have any interesting take? All right, you said Zach Bourne.
Every single linebacker on the 49ers team is hurt.
Yeah, they're down to the 5, 6, and 7 linebacker this year right now in this game. 5, 6, and 7. Yeah.
How do you not just draw every play up attacking those guys?
Yep.
They got Michael Kendricks off the street.
Exactly. And he was their leading tackler last night as a linebacker. Yeah, he was everywhere.
Have we seen a wheel route touchdown this year to Saquon Barkley?
No.
Jalen Hurts threw 5 or 6 of those last year.
What are they? I don't know because we didn't run them.
It's just nothing made sense this year, and the best thing that happened to the Eagles is that they lost this game. Because if they would have found a way to win this game, Patullo would still have a job.
The only guy that played for me was Man. Man was the only guy that was kicking the shit out of the ball. Other than that, we just looked depleted. We looked dead.
Anybody?
We can't trade AJ Brown.
He's not coming back. He's going to be a trade. He's not coming back.
We can't though. Can you take that hit?
Yes.
What is the dead cap space? What is his dead cap space?
$43.5 million or something like that.
He said goodbye to a couple of the players and then left and said he doesn't want to talk to the
Listen,
media.
you could do that with Carson Wentz because you did that with Carson Wentz. You replaced him with Jalen Hurts. You already had a good team there, right? Or you have like building blocks. But how do you do that with AJ Brown?
Trade him to a team that has a wide receiver that we can use.
I mean, the money. Like then you're not going to
have to pay.
You need that money.
We'll have to pay some money. I mean, look at the free agent list. I was reading the list today. There's only a couple of people on there that you got to re-sign. I mean, one of them. I mean, Man's on there. You got to re-sign Man. You got to re-sign Nakobe Dean. He's on the list.
Yeah,
Listen, I'll take AJ back. We know how good AJ Brown can be when he's happy.
I don't want the drama. I think I don't want his drama, and he has hands of freaking stone right now.
If Kevin Patullo was the issue, a good offensive coordinator fixes all that. Like if the real issue was never like AJ with his teammates, it was AJ with the play calling and Jalen Hurts with the play calling. A new offensive coordinator that knows how to make them happy and knows how to make this offense run. Fixes that problem.
Brady said right the whole game was if you're going to walk the walk or talk the talk, you better walk the walk.
For sure.
And he did not. All his bitching all year, and he gets the ball all these times, and he's been dropping them.
Devontae Smith dropped a big pass too.
Yeah, but that was throwing a little bit high. I mean, granted, he would usually get it, throwing a little bit high, but I think he's number one receiver is Devontae Smith.
Yeah. Evan Lauro says one and done. Like I said, welcome to Cancun. You're a week late.
You're the Giants.
Michael Patrick.
Stop playing around.
Ginas, right? Ginas?
Yeah.
What?
Mike Pappernick Jr. says bump A.J. Brown, trade his little DVS to the Raiders. I mean, again, though, the problem is it's like that is a huge cap. You know, that's it because the Eagles only have $20 million of cap space right now. You know, but then like let's look forward. Like Lane Johnson may retire, so so that frees up.
He needs to, unfortunately. Frank Johnson can play that, and then we need to draft somebody to be the heir apparent. But he needs to go. He's tired and done. He's just injured too much.
Not only that, the foot told you yesterday. It swelled up in the cold. He was in pain. Move on. Right off the sunset.
I was looking at Landon Dickerson just walk up and down the sideline like when they would come off the field. He looks like he can barely walk.
He can't.
He looks like he can barely walk. I look at him. I'm like, this dude's hurt. He's just like walking sideways, all limping. He just looks beat up. Cam Jurgens looked like the worst offensive lineman in the league.
Steen is not good. That Fire is not good. Our offensive line is hurt. We need to revamp the offensive line.
All right,
two words, Mekhi Becton. You guys miss him so much.
Yeah,
man.
so much.
Really do.
Back.
Yep.
Don't be surprised if we don't get him back.
So let's look forward. Let's look forward. Okay, let's say, all right. You look at this draft. The Eagles have actually tonight's game's actually big for the Eagles. If Pittsburgh wins, the Eagles have the 22nd pick. If Houston wins, it's the 23rd. It's only one spot, but I mean, I'm rooting for Pittsburgh partly for that reason. But anyway, what's that?
I said I'm not. I hate Rodgers. I want him to go down in flames.
Yeah, but I mean, one spot could be a big difference. So I
got Houston on the last leg of my parlay. So
Diego's like, no, screw that.
Never mind.
It's worth the spot for me.
I want to
just mushed you. I just heard him. He said, "Sorry, Diego."
But anyway, now you look at the pending free agent. Now Lane Johnson, if he retires, all right. I think the Eagles are going to have to draft at least 2 or 3 offensive linemen, right? Dallas Goedert's possibly gone, so you're either going to have to draft a tight end or trade for like a younger veteran.
They got to re-sign Goddard. I'm sorry, but they have to re-sign him right now. There's nobody out there right now.
I feel like everyone's saying you got to re-sign Goddard. There's not much money to go around.
Sorry, Jeff. I'm moving on. I want a rookie. And I
would love to sign Dallas Goedert. I just don't see where the money is.
In the draft, somebody younger, I can see going that way, but you got to get Goddard in here for at least another year if you can do that. I don't know if he's the one that you put out of all of them. You might have to put the what do you call it, franchise tag on him. Look at the list. If you can pull up the list real quick and see who's on there. Who else would you franchise?
You can't do that. That would really
for 1 year. Just franchise him for 1 year.
Yeah, but they can't.
Who's out there as a tight end in the league, or who's out there in college?
But Jeff, they can't. They don't have the money. Like, you can't franchise Dallas Goedert. He'd be making like $18 million a year.
Well, you got to look. Okay, you look at the tight ends out there. Kittle's the number 1 contract. Kelsey's up there too, right? Hawkinson. You're going to pay a top 15 price for him, equivalent to that. You're still going to be almost $15 to $18 million for Goddard being franchised. That's a hell of a lot for a 1-year deal with that
after the season Dallas Goedert just had, he's going to get paid like a top 5 tight end in the league. He had like fucking 13 touchdowns.
We could have had Pitts, and Pitts had a great year, and he's a free agent on a restricted free agent.
He had one great year.
Pitts under Petula is shit. That ain't going to happen. That would be just a wash from last year with Petula. Same thing.
Dallas Goedert is probably our best offensive player this year. He is sadly going to have to go. He's the odd man out. There's no money for him. We got to draft a young tight end. We got to involve him.
Yeah, I agree with Maurice.
Nobody wants to.
Yeah.
Thank you. Me and him talk about this all the time, me and Maurice. I can name 5 of them that can start right now for this team.
Yeah, but Dallas Goedert's good, dude.
Dallas Goedert's good. But
Dallas Goedert's good. Dallas Goedert's a veteran. He's a top tight end in this league. You draft a guy, yeah, but unless you're getting a guy like Warren or Loveland, you're not getting a Dallas Goedert. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's just no money for him. I mean, listen, I'll take that money you get to Dallas Goedert and get a real number 2 cornerback. So Cooper DeJean can kind of float around somewhere. Like that money's well served somewhere else.
I heard you say Calcaterra.
No, he can't. He can't catch.
See it. Move
He
on.
can't block.
I don't
He
even
can't
wanna
block
hear
for
his
shit.
name.
He can't
sucks.
block for shit. That's what I'm saying. So who are the tight ends that really are out there that we could possibly get?
Yeah, but see,
Draft.
we're all in it. We're all in agreement that we want to keep Dallas Goedert.
Right.
It's not like we want to lose him. I'm just looking realistically at their salary cap situation, because the other thing is too, you're gonna have to sign Jalen Carter. You know, like Jalen Carter. You might have to extend Jordan Davis. You know, what if you want to keep Phillips? Maybe, I don't know, or they may let Phillips go. But that, like, they have a lot of decisions to make. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at this draft, I mean, in my eyes, I think this is a total offensive draft. Like you need to draft 2 to 3 offensive linemen. You need a tight end. You need a wide receiver. I wouldn't
hold that thought, Joey. A cornerback too. I would go cornerback, wide receiver.
Well, you need a CB too, also.
But that's where I would use a little bit of money at, and go use money on that and draft all offense. Try to get younger on offense.
Let you guys this. You guys take a play at Pickens if he doesn't get signed?
No. Pickens?
Mm-hmm.
I love his talent, but I don't like the way he is.
He's AJ.
I think Pickens getting paid by somebody.
He's AJ part 2. He's a cancer and what he does too.
Because I think you guys need offensive line. I think you go like Caden Proctor out of Alabama. I think that's where you guys go, around 20. That's where he's projected. Caden Proctor, right tackle. I agree with that one. Fano from Utah. I think he goes faster, but you got to take a spot for Lane Johnson right now because that offensive line is still banged up.
What's the salary bump this year? What's the salary cap bump this year? Anybody know?
I hope so, Shelton.
I think you guys are.
Every year it goes up. What's the extra that goes up this year?
Wasn't it 22 million this year or something like that? 22 million increase or something like that? 22, 25?
I don't think they've said it. I think it comes out right around when the new league year starts. So I don't think we'll know.
I mean, if you do that, there's Jeff's, there's Jeff's franchise tag for Goddard right there. But $20 million, that goes a long way, man. Because you got to consider rookie signings are $20 million by themselves,
Yeah, but
you got guys that are going to be dropped from teams too. You got guys that are going to be cut, dropped, and whatever. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, obviously, that we can't see and talk. So you don't know what's going to happen.
But you know what? Honestly, I think a lot of it comes down to who your new OC is, because he's got to have some say in this game, man. Like McDaniel comes in, and it's a spread offense, it's a motion offense. Why go out and get a blocking tight end who's going to help the O-line? It's not going to help them out. I think your OC has a lot. He should have a lot to say in the offense of what goes toward the draft and your free agent sign.
I want goddamn David Putney.
Yeah.
I want Mike McDaniels as OC.
I do too. That scares me, Diego. It really does. As an opposing fan, that scares me, man. It does.
But you need a guy who is actually, like you said, who is an offensive coordinator mind, and unfortunately, he does. Even Kingsbury, as much as
he wants to be a head coach, he doesn't want no OC. He wants to be.
But if he doesn't get a job, if he doesn't get a head coaching job.
Yeah, I don't want Kingsbury, but I do want Mike McDaniels. And Mike McDaniels just seems like
even Dable's has a good offensive coordinator.
Mike McDaniels is not head coaching material.
Exactly.
He's like too dorky. He's like but he looks like he's offensive coordinator material.
The nerd type, right? In the little lab, like, this is next. This is next. Yeah.
For the Giants.
Coaching staff as a wide receiver.
No, not John Harbaugh. Please do not do that.
He's not coming here.
Yeah.
Please do not hire John Harbaugh. He's too old school minded. Like, no.
And you still need an OC too. If you bring Harbaugh in, you still need an OC. Yeah,
exactly.
It's just a name guy coming in with an identity. You still need that OC.
Correct.
I would rather hire Monken to be the offensive coordinator than John Harbaugh.
Yeah,
at this point, because that he's an interesting name because he's 59 years old. He's probably he might be the kind of guy they should target, because you sign one of these young offensive coordinators. If you're successful, you're going to be right back in the same boat in a year or two. You sign a 59-year-old guy that could be like the offensive equivalent of a Vic Fangio, I think you might be better off.
Do you go with somebody in college? Like, I'm going to ask you, Sean, like Freeman from Notre Dame?
He ain't going anywhere. He ain't going anywhere.
He's staying?
It'd be nice, but that guy's going for head coach material, not OC.
Okay.
Get a guy probably like, if you could, Riley, but I mean, it's not happening because he has ties to Oklahoma with Jalen Hurts, but McDaniel is my sure shot guy. You have to. Or you give the quarterback coach, like Joey said, that we have that was from Bowling Green, let him be the offense coordinator.
Yeah, I don't want to see. You know what though?
I want some new blood in there.
I want new blood. But here's a question for you guys though, because like, you know, if you look at this offense since Sirianni's been here, whether it's Shane Steichen is the best one they had. Okay.
Yes.
All right, but then ever since then, Brian Johnson, Kellen Moore,
good.
The problem is ever since 2022, the passing offense has gone down every single year, no matter who the OC is. So, like, you know, you could bring in a guy like Mike McDaniel, but like Shady McCoy actually mentioned it on his pod last night. He said that like he's hearing some rumblings that, you know, of course we want to shit on Patullo, but he's hearing some rumblings that part of the problem's Jalen Hurts because Hurts can't do it.
I think part of it is too.
How come we didn't look like a problem last year?
Yeah, but he did though.
He was the MVP candidate.
Yeah, but Diego, I think emotion solved a lot of that. I think emotion solved a lot of that though, because you go back to Hurts' college. Yeah, we all watch college. Alabama, he was a product of wide receivers, great running game, stout offense, stout defense. Goes to Oklahoma, runs the run and shoot. To me, he's a one tunnel vision guy. Hits the wide receiver. He doesn't call audibles. Motion relies on showing you where defenses relies. What's coming? What's going? Who's hot? Who's not?
Right. So how do you make that? How do you help that quarterback out? You got to put him in favorable situations. They didn't call no QB drawn up plays. They stayed behind the sticks, 3rd plus 10. Jalen Hurts isn't going to succeed like that. That's not how that's not how you get the most out of a player like that.
The Eagles,
you know what I mean? So like we can say to Jalen Hurts, but like you got to. Patullo had like no feel for football.
Never had
no feel for like what player's good at doing what. How do I get the most out of that? Like how Kyle Shanahan gets the most out of every player. You know, he knows every player in and out, knows what they're good at, knows how to get him the ball. What does McCaffrey do good? Let me get him out in space. Let me get up against a linebacker. Let him have me run a little Texas route out the back of the end zone. Like. There's ways to help. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback if you put him in a situation to get the most out of him, like Kellen Moore did.
I think so.
I agree with Evan here. Second thing is last year, if you remember, the Eagles weren't doing that great in the offense in the beginning of the year with Kellen Moore. And the offense with Hurts and a couple of the offense went in there and they talked to Kellen Moore and changed things. The reason they had to change things is because they had to play to Jalen Hurts because he doesn't read defenses well. He doesn't do certain plays well, but he does run. And he was running a lot more. This year, they changed it up a little bit different, and he can't do it.
Why change it up? It worked. You won a Super Bowl.
But that's the problem.
Why do you fix something that's not broken?
The problem is probably because, I'm not there, but they probably wanted to put something else in there because they thought, well, if we go ahead and run the same plays as last year, everybody's going to know them, and they're going to know how to defend them. So they but
when you run your quarterback in the RPO as the first play of the game, you set that linebacker as a spy saying, oh, shit, he's going to run the ball. Now, it's just a missed identity because we know you're not running the ball. Now it's man on man. You don't control the box with an RPO run from Hurts.
I love Hurts, but he's limited. I love Hurts, but he's just limited, unfortunately.
They also did nothing to help him. They did nothing to open the field for Jalen Hurts to have these running lanes like last year. Like Kellen Moore would run this guy all the way out here and he would run this pattern across so it would move guys around and Jalen could have it pass the run. If you notice, the offensive line wasn't as good, so everyone's always on top of Jalen, and once he escapes to the right, he's done.
Diego, you said it right there. Look at Shanahan's offense last night, especially when Kittle goes out of the game. What'd he do? He ran a guy vertically every goddamn play to create space. What did that open up? Husek right behind the linebackers. McCaffrey on a screen opened up lanes. Look at Purdy on the first down. He scrambled and got a big first down.
Yeah.
Why can't Hurts do that? Why? I don't know.
I don't know. Just
See, I disagree with this because one of Jalen Hurts' best attributes is his deep ball.
yeah,
He
and
was in the Super Bowl with Devontae Smith.
I was gonna say, how about the Devontae Smith pass to steal the Super Bowl? Come on.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts throws dimes.
Jalen has a problem throwing over the middle of the field. So that's where and then last year, even though we did win the Super Bowl last year with Kellen Moore, like I said, I'm a Jalen fan, but just keeping it 100 here, we had the 29th ranked pass offense last year. And that, you know what I mean? And that was without Patullo. Yep. So my concern kind of
was efficient though.
Well, that's no.
We had to run.
What it was we had an elite level running game.
Correct.
Yeah, and when Jalen Hurts had to throw the ball, was efficient. He didn't have to do it a lot, and when he did it, it was efficient. Whether you're 29th, but you make every pass you have to make,
well, that's
that counts for a lot.
Right.
Like even yesterday, I feel like Jalen made some big passes in that game, and AJ let him down. Across the middle, that's a big play. Changes the game. Even the ball he throws at the sideline, AJ got to lay out for that. He's not even fighting for that ball. That's a dime by Jalen Hurts. He can't throw it better than that.
For who? For what? Alligator arms.
Yeah, I mean, Evan, Jalen Hurts was the fucking Super Bowl MVP, bro. I mean, I know. I mean, I love you. I know you're a Giant. You don't know what Super Bowls are anymore, but come on, dog.
And the other thing is, why don't the Eagles run a lot of play action, man?
That's
I just don't get it. That burns me. I love OC. I love maybe an OC, and I'm thinking you got the number one running back in the game still, regardless of what his yards are. Run the shit out of it. Create the run first. Don't abandon it. Run some play action. Get Hurts on the outside boundaries by the hash marks. 2 options. Run the shit out of it. Run the ball right there. Get the first down. Live another down. Or throw the ball. The RPO number one, the play action, it's nowhere to be found, man. That's what bothers me. And I'm a Cowboy fan. I get pissed when I see shit like this,
When you run motion, you throw off some defenses play games.
Sure.
And I just don't get it. We went from Kellen Ward running it to this year it was total invisible. And it's mind-boggling. You got 2 good running backs, Bigsby and Saquon. Just like you said, Paul, mix it up. Show it. But we didn't. It all comes down to Patul. And he has
Sirianni has to write off on it. I mean, it's both. Do you keep Sirianni because of his pass for one more year? I guess you have to. I guess that's the way it is. But you can't. Patula is definitely out.
I say you draft some linemen. Yeah, get an OC, and you run it back. If you can keep Goddard, you keep Goddard. If you can't, you can't. You bring AJ back. Regardless whether AJ Brown dropped 4 passes or not, I'll still put him in the top 10 receivers in the NFL.
Sure. And money-wise, you can't afford to lose him, Diego. The dead cap spaces. You might as well keep him as running back. Yeah, you're right. Agree.
I was just as mad at him yesterday. I was just as mad at him last night, but I woke up let me look around the league. Who am I taking over him?
just
maybe
like
9 receivers.
They said to Jalen, he said AJ and him were good. So that's telling you something.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know, but
I don't believe him anyway. Hurts, to be honest with you. There's just something about him. I don't know. It's personality wise. He's a. I don't know.
Well, he's quiet and he's reserved. I like it. I just don't. He's not no Dan Wentz who alienates him when the players say, "Hey, yo, let's have bingo, bowling night, pool night." He just shuns and sits doesn't want to be a part of the team, which you are.
So are we in a way? Are we questioning Hurts' leadership because it was week 19 basically in the NFL for you guys? Why wait till week 19 to show the leadership of your true captain, Hurts? He should be in the locker or in the film room saying, "Hey, Sirianni, Patula, this shit ain't working. Give me the goddamn ball.
Mm-hmm.
Put this game on my back." I mean, to me, I think it is a leadership look as well because you don't wait till week 19 to fix the problem that's been all year long. We know what the problem is.
You're right.
You know?
I didn't see none of that shit in the Hard Knocks, the NFC. I didn't.
Well, do we? To your point too, Paul. Do we give Hurts some shit? I mean, he had 14 fucking rushing yards yesterday. I mean, I don't know, guys.
Right.
But to be honest with you, I thought that once the playoffs started that he would start doing what he needed to do. Like last year, we don't win that fucking Rams game if Jalen Hurts isn't doing RPOs.
Right.
Jalen Hurts had a long touchdown run in that Ram. We lose in the second round last year, and now
this thought. Who was the offensive coordinator, Joey? Perfectly.
Well, it was Kellen Moore. Yeah, but I know. Okay,
no, but I'm with you on that.
But I feel like a lot of the reason Jalen Hurts had so many yards rushing last year in games was because they implemented that into the offense. It was he being shotgun, take one step back, boom, he's running off. There was none of that to set that up this year.
Yeah, there was a lot of design QB runs last year. One step go, one step go.
Yeah, a lot. One step, first read.
Yep.
If that read's not there, take off. That was not in the offense this year.
Yeah, but I know. But what I'm saying is, though, is it strictly the offensive coordinator, or is it there's some rumors out there that says Jalen doesn't want to run anymore?
I just don't believe that because what I know about Jalen Hurts is he wants to win the game. You know,
everybody loves to, but you know what?
I just think there wasn't an opportunity yesterday.
No, in answer
especially being at the game, it didn't look like he had much opportunity to run.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me guys ask you this real quick. Last play of the game, 4th and 11. Okay, he was at the line of scrimmage with a clear open run, no linebackers within 10 yards of him. Yep. Okay, do you at that point say, "Fuck it, I'm Jalen Hurts. I got the strongest legs in the NFL. I'm going to take my chance, other than throwing the triple coverage. Let me run the ball. At least try to make an attempt." To me, the continuity to me right there. I mean, I can't say I'm not a player on the field. I can't say, Diego, you're Saquon Barkley. I'm Hurts real quick. You're chipping a block. You're looking, okay, I'm not getting the ball. Fuck this. Saquon, get out front. I'm following your ass as a train blocker. Let's get the first down. Let's win the game. That wasn't there all season. It's not there. The continuity's not even there.
Josh Allen had his ass kicked all over the field playing the other day.
Concussion, leg, the arm, everything. Right. Yeah.
That's what Hurts doesn't have to worry about. Just run, like you said. It's that instinct.
Okay. Why didn't we put our fullback that we had, Latu, Saquon, and just like you're saying, Paul, run away?
Yep.
If you're going to run 3 verticals, okay, that takes 2 corners, a safety out of the play. You're basically playing 3 down, 3 linebackers, 1 safety versus an elite running back and the best running quarterback in the game physical-wise. Take my chances. Take the chances.
Roll the dice, baby.
It just wasn't meant to be.
What a shitty season.
It was a failure all over, both offense and defense and play calling. And like I said, the only one who played well yesterday was Mann. So I
say Goddard played his ass off, dude.
Goddard played great.
Well. I got to give you that. Goddard played
Quinyon Mitchell played great. He picked him off twice.
He came back after the first
round. One drive, he got burnt. He gave up his first touchdown of the season. He was called flat-footed. After that, he dominated.
It happens, right? He played well, but I'm just saying,
See, you guys got me here. I'm not even able to. You guys got me here from bad play. Like, I get pissed off when I see bad play,
the whole team. I mean, and the game would have been different if we would have made freaking field goals, if Elliott could kick the goddamn ball. Another situation there.
Yeah, but regardless of the field goal, you were put in position with bad play calling and bad assignment football. You could have won the game, especially 4 down territory, and you're minus a yard. 4 downs and you're minus 1 yard on the 6.
And you win the turnover battle
all year. Though one thing was we had no discipline. Way too many freaking penalties.
The refs missed a lot on San Fran too.
Well, the guy who was the head referee yesterday. We were 6-1 under him. So one of those, oh, here we go. That's going to be great. Yeah. How many penalties did San Francisco have? Like 2? 1? Maybe?
One.
Yeah. We had about 10?
Yeah.
We did play very undisciplined though.
They did all year.
Yes, exactly.
It wasn't everything that happened yesterday was not uncharacteristic of what we see from the Eagles to get to this point. It's been the same exact team every single week. How they found a way to make it to this game blows my mind.
Yes. All right. So looking ahead here, because I mean, I hate to say it because back-to-back division titles, but you look at the division, and you got Paul's Cowboys have 2 picks before we even pick. So
12 and 20, Joe. 12 and 20 this year.
Yeah. First round. The Cowboys got 12 and 20. You got a Giants team that, I mean, yeah, who knows, like if they get a coach like a Harbaugh to change the culture in there. The kid Dart, if he can somehow stay upright, I feel like he's got some talent. The Giants could be on the upswing.
Washington got the most cap space in the league.
Yes.
Who does?
Yeah.
Washington.
Commanders.
Yeah, right. Now Washington, Jordan Dave. I mean, not Jordan. You know what I mean? Jaden Daniels had that great rookie season. He had a lot of injuries this year, but they have a high pick plus tons of cap space. I mean, and so do you guys like? Is our window closing? You know what I mean? Like,
Joe.
No.
We have Howie.
That's true.
And we have so many young core guys.
We have Howie. So the team's going to be different next year. That's why we're all pissed off and saying what we see this year. We saw what happened. We don't want it to happen again next year, obviously. So you got to move parts out of here and some new parts in. And Howie's going to have to do it.
Yeah, but when you say Howie, he brings in the coach too, but it falls on Sirianni, man. Diego, you and I are boys, man. I'm the head coach. I'm not going to bring Diego in as an OC. That's because my boy, he screwed up with it. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I think Howie and Jeffrey Lurie, I believe. Now, I don't know this obviously for a fact, but I believe that they are going to make the pick for the OC and not let what's his face Sirianni make the pick like they did with Peterson. If Sirianni doesn't like it, get the fuck out of here. They did it with Peterson. They didn't like it. Get out of here. Bye.
Yeah, I agree.
You know why? Sirianni is a yes man. He's a puppet to the puppet master. They got him hanging.
Yep.
Do whatever you want. Yes, sir. Okay. That's how it's going to be. Sirianni is the puppet.
Yeah.
Clapper 2.0, Sean. Clapper 2.0, brother.
Yep.
In a way, it is kind of like that, though. In a way, I mean, because Jason Garrett. I mean, he was more of like a culture guy, and Sirianni's a culture guy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's why, as a Cowboy fan, Joe, sorry, Schottenheimer coming in, he set the mojo. To me, when he benched Lamb and benched Pickens, that showed me a lot. Like, screw you, Jerry. This is my team. Okay, you go pay these guys, but I'm running the goddamn ball. Javonte Williams had a hell of a year. Run the damn ball. They bit into the mojo. And to me, finally, I don't know if he's a puppet, but I'll tell you what, this puppet has some balls. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
The way he coached this year showed me something from what we had before. Yeah.
Now they're saying Gannon might come to the Dallas. You game?
Who?
Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon, our old.
Anything's better than Eberflus right now. I'll tell you that, number one. But to me, my list is Flores, number one. I like him. Leonard out west. I like him, but I don't know right now. I mean, to me, we have to get a good one because that's the bugaboo of the team, the defense. If we had a defense, this would have been our division. Late in the season, it would have been our division.
All right, you ready? Let's go down this free agent list and get a stay or go.
I still have Seattle, just to let you know, though, guys. I still have Seattle. That's why it's always good to have a backup team.
Next, come on, Joey. Eagles.
Yeah. All right, stay or go. Well, but I'll tell you what. I love Seattle this weekend. I'm laying the points against the Niners. I think Seattle takes it to the 49ers.
And I agree. Donald lives on.
All right, so. Dallas Goedert, is he gone or is he staying? I say he's gone.
He's gone.
I find a way. I find a way you guys keep him somehow. I mean, he's a leader, man. I mean, he's a stat guy. He's a yak guy. He's everything. He's Philadelphia to me. I hate saying it, but I think you guys have to find a way to keep him.
He's like Zach Ertz part 2.
This is the money. They're going to show it to him, and he's going.
It might be. I mean, it might come down to money now. He knows his career's.
I mean, it's like Diego said, after the year he had, he's going to demand some bags out there. Yeah. The brink truck's going to pull up for that dude. I get that point. Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl already. So Joe, now it's about getting the bag.
Joe, we could say yes, we want him, but are we going to get him? We don't know. We got to see.
I say gone.
Doubtful, but we want him.
Yeah. When I ask these questions, it's not what we want. It's just what do you think's going to happen?
He's gone.
Jahan Dotson, he's gone.
He's gone.
Fred Johnson, I think they find a way.
Valuable backup.
Very valuable.
They find a way to keep him unless a shitty team wants to make him a starter. You know.
Yeah, ready? He's a big dude. If Lane comes back, could you fill that Steen hole with him or Steen come back?
No,
I don't want Steen back.
I don't want Steen back, but Steen signed through next year, so I think Steen will come back. But I don't want Steen to start.
Yeah.
You know what? Can Fred Johnson, he's a big ass dude, start?
Boom.
Wait, what's this?
I think you keep. I think you keep Johnson. He's like our Brock Hoffman. He's a utility guy.
Yeah, he's
price. I think you find a way to keep him. Just like LS Joe said, somebody wants to give him the money, give him the bag, make him a starter somewhere. As a piece. But I think he stays. Yeah.
Yeah, Brett Toth. I think you know what, he may go because somebody might bring him in as he might get paid a little bit more than we think. Somebody might bring him in as like a rotational type guy.
Yeah. Go on.
Calcantara, I think, is
Bye.
gone. Kylan Granson's gone.
Yep.
Damn, you're just getting rid of all the tight ends this year, huh?
Yeah. Completely retooling tight end.
All right, N'Kobe Dean. I hate to say it, but I think he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
I think he gets the bag somewhere else, man. I really do. Yeah.
Jalen Phillips. I think Jalen.
I want to hear. He might take a discount.
Off the edge.
Right. Supposedly, from what they were saying, or he had an interview before, and he said he really was in a bad mind and everything in Miami. When he came here, he completely felt loved and felt like this was a place where he wants to retire. And if that's true or not, or is that just bullshit? That was like 4 weeks of him being on the team, not just the first week when he obviously went off.
You got to understand, Philly changes you, man. Look at the fan, look at the culture.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
So we'll see. I want to keep him. I think he played well for us.
Yeah.
I'd like to keep him too, but I'm just wondering money wise if he gets a good offer somewhere, then the 3rd round pick they gave up, they could get a 3 or 4 comp pick the following year to replace him.
You know what's funny? This is like last year. If you think about it, with players, we took a lot of players like Milton Williams and Becton and all them. We took players that were shitty other places, even Huff. And Huff played pretty well yesterday for the Niners. Philadelphia makes these players look good on these 1-year deals, and then they scatter. So maybe these guys are going to do the same thing. We make these guys look good, and then they scatter. Some make it, some don't. Like Becton may be back because he was bent.
Reed Blankenship.
Go on.
I
Wow.
think you know what I think they work something out with Reed because I don't see Reed Blankenship getting a shit ton of money on the open market.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think he's a cheap keep. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't gonna have much of a market.
Yeah.
Marcus Epps.
Keep.
Yeah, he played pretty well when he came back. For us.
Keep.
I think
he looked good.
I'll just, I'm not going to ask everybody. Just a couple more here. Adoree Jackson.
Out of here.
He's gone.
I'll drive him.
I'll tell you though, I don't think he started off shitty, but he played a lot better as the year went on though, a little bit,
Not going to beat though.
And then Brandon Graham, does he come back?
Retire.
Yeah, he's going to retire.
He's done.
He came back really, if you think about it, he really came back to settle down the locker room.
Yeah, and to fill a little hole for a little short period of time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I think he was like the voice of reasoning for the young crew. You know what I mean? That's what I think he was, honestly.
The babysitter retires for Jalen Carter.
Yep.
And then Jeff Sky, who I agree with. The punter is actually good. Brandon Mann.
He's got to come back. Man's got to come back.
I think we find a way to keep him.
Yeah,
what's your kicker's deal? How long is he signed for, Joe?
You know what sucks? He signed for they extended him a few years back. If we cut Jake Elliott, there's like a few $1 million dead cap because
the best kicker in the NFL is a free agent this year, right?
Is he really?
Fucking Aubrey's a free agent this year.
Yeah, he is. But Dallas will sign him.
Yeah,
Dallas
he's a free agent.
Sign him.
He better. I'll franchise his ass.
I would take it. Yeah, exactly.
All right, ready? Is AJ Brown back?
Ooh.
I
say yes, but you can't afford to lose him. You can't afford to lose him, man.
I think he'll be traded. I think he's going to be traded for some draft picks, and this is how he's going to do his magic. I think he's going to be a big trade for us. That's going to get us some players.
Okay, what are you going to ask for him? What's he worth in your eyes right now?
New England's hot and heavy for him. I'm trying to think who else. It was another team that was hot and heavy for him.
Bills.
Bills were the other one. Yeah, the Bills were the other one that were hot and heavy.
What do you think? Jerry's back?
Maybe we get Keon Coleman. Coleman ain't going to do anything with the Bills. He's on the outs. He's just there to play a body right now. They don't have anybody.
Keon Coleman. Fuck him.
He sucks.
You know what? The only problem with AJ, I think AJ's back because you're only going to get it probably at most a 3rd round pick for him. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to get a 3rd round pick and have a $20 million, $40 million cap hit. That doesn't make
exactly.
Any sense.
It makes no sense.
That doesn't make any sense. Like to me, like and now the only way he gets moved if shit's really fucked up behind the scenes, then maybe they might have to. But if they, I think they try to make it work because if he comes back for one more year, you draft some offensive linemen, you try to get a new OC in here, you try to make another run at another Super Bowl, and then maybe after next year he's gone because there's not as much of a cap hit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but I'll tell you what. What's that?
I think there's a lot more. I think there's a lot behind the scenes that isn't being said. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're all just taking shots in the dark. You don't know who to believe. All these stories out there.
Right.
One of them, they're all great, and they're out having dinner together. The next one, they can't talk to each other. You really don't know who's starting what. They all want to be read on the internet. You know, that's pretty much what's happening.
I think AJ stays, just like Diego said. The money is the first issue. Unless you're going to get a 1st round pick, you're not going to get that for the guy right now. Nobody's going to take that.
No, you're not going to get a 1st round. You may get a 2nd round. I mean, it depends on what the Patriots do and how far they go. But I mean, like you said, for Patriots and the Bills don't look that strong. I don't think the Bills are going to do it again this year either. I'm sorry. I mean, as much as everybody wants the Bills to finally get there and Josh Allen, they just don't look that strong.
Yeah, but they're still in. They got a quarterback that put that shit on his back, brother. I'll tell you that. He put the cape on. He put the cape on, man. Hate the guy, but the dude put the fucking cape on for his team.
They just squeezed it out. I think New England's going to run over them.
Hey, it's the W in the column. They're still playing, and our teams are still sitting, brother. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't think New England runs them. I like Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Buffalo's going to beat Denver this week.
I do too. Yeah.
I like Buffalo this week because Denver. I mean, Denver's a nice story. They got a good but in the big, like if that game's close in the big spot, I trust Josh Allen a lot more than I trust Bo Nix. I think
100%.
You know, I could, and Denver's offense. Like I don't feel like Denver is explosive enough to take advantage of.
Dude, what is that? Denver won how many games by 1 point by one possession? 11 games or some shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still,
you're just gonna keep. I don't know. I feel like when you get to the playoffs, you don't squeak wins out anymore.
Chicago does. I've never been.
Chicago's not going. They squeaked the win out against the Green Bay Packers.
I know. I've never been a Chicago fan ever, really. Only Sweetness. I used to love watching him. Other than that, I've never been a fan of theirs. And it's just unbelievable how many times they have come back in games at the very end and won. It's just
it's hard not to be a fan of Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Diego, listen, after college, I said this kid ain't going to be nothing. But, man, I'll tell you what, I give the kid credit, brother. Ben Johnson has gotten to this kid, man.
No, I'm going to start wearing
he's so talented. He makes every throw.
And the thing is, too, Jeff, you said, they find ways to win at the end. You got to give Ben Johnson credit, man. Some of these plays he's calling to the last play of the game, holy shit, I would never call that shit in my life. But the man does it like it's on the front page of his playbook. He don't give a damn, man.
That's what the other team's thinking. There's no way in the world he's going to do something like that, and he does. It works.
Last week they had a triple option pass.
Yeah,
I'm like, holy shit! The guy comes in motion, he hands it off. That's another pitch back to the other guy. I'm like, holy shit! This is playground shit. This is Caleb Williams football, though. You think about it,
Ultimate surprise. One.
Yeah.
Bro, I you know what's funny? The thing about the Bears is the Bears are like Freddy Krueger. You can't kill them. So like here's my thing. Saturday night when the Bears were down 21-3, they were like it was like plus 450 on the money line. I put like $8 on the Bears to come back. I won like $70 because why not?
Yeah, I took them when they were plus 255.
Yeah, because They just find ways to win. By the way, you know what? Before we get out of here, let's look at all these games this week. Let's make some predictions here.
Start with tonight, Joe. Start with tonight, actually.
All right. So tonight we got Houston -3 at Pittsburgh. Dude, I'm going. I know you guys aren't going to be happy with this because I know you're rooting for Houston. I'm going Pittsburgh money line. I think Pittsburgh wins.
Pittsburgh at home. Pittsburgh at home is tough.
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh at home tonight. I mean, ask your stadium. That place is rocking on primetime games. That defense actually shows up. It's cold. Bro, I'm 60 minutes away, and right now it's fucking 19. With that Hawk outside is breathing. It's cold as shit. Yeah.
It was so cold at the game last night, and I underdressed. Oh, brutal.
Sean, who do you like?
Houston. I like Houston.
All right. Now here's the upcoming games this Sunday. Bills -1 at Denver. I'm taking the Bills. I think the Bills.
I'm taking Buffalo.
Me too.
Go with Denver.
Sean.
Bills.
All right. San Francisco at Seattle. Seattle's favored by 7.5. I love Seattle.
Yeah, I love Seattle. Seattle kicked San Fran's ass this week.
I'm laying it.
Yeah, I like Seattle too. I mean, coming off of a huge game last night, physical dominated game, on the line last night. Seattle, they have the weapons at home. I believe in Darnold now. Yeah, I'm taking Seattle minus
losing Kittle, completely losing Kittle really hurts.
Yeah. All right, then we have Rams at the Bears. Rams are favored by 3.5. Dude, I actually love the Bears. I love the Bears in this game.
Yeah, so do I.
I like the Rams.
Stafford has a sprained
finger.
I like the Rams.
I'm with Diego. I like the Rams too, man. I mean, I just like how they're playing right now. I mean, I can't go against McVay right now in the playoffs. I really can't. I mean, Caleb Williams is playing lights out too, but still, something's got to give, man. You ain't going to come back every week against a McVay-led team. It's not going to happen, man. Rams. Well,
you know what kind of concerns me a little bit. Like now that you guys are talking about that, like how sometimes Super Bowl teams have that moment where they could lose, but then they find a way to get through. Like last week's game in Carolina, like when I saw the Rams pull that out, I was thinking, you know what? Watch, the Rams are going to win the fucking Super Bowl now. Like, you know what I mean? Like they almost lost to Carolina. Carolina had the lead. Stafford brings them down. Like, can't you just see, like, looking back at their Super Bowl story, like, oh, that moment in Carolina is when it all changed. You know
that defining moment where it all changed. Yeah.
Where you make the NFL films from, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly right.
well, you used to see that shit in the college NCAA tournaments a lot. Like, how about that one year? I mean, Paul, you probably remember that's me. Well, we're all old heads, all of us. Remember the year with the fucking Tyus Edney?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, remember UCLA almost lost. They win the game with Tyus Edney, and like about 92 with Leitner and Duke. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
at the spectrum that year. Remember that shit? The turnaround half court pass, well, 3/4 pass, turn around, up, drill. Exactly, right? Defining moment. Yes.
Didn't Doug Flutie win it on a Hail Mary?
Yeah, that was Boston College.
Boston
College. The Eagles went to the Super Bowl the year that the double doink happened?
Yep.
No, that was the year after the Super Bowl.
No, we went to. Did we go to the bowl that year, or did we lose to?
No, we lost to the Saints. The next week was the Alshon Jeffrey.
That's right.
That was the Alshon Jeffrey. That was the Alshon Jeffrey drop. Yeah.
He was at the game. He was at the game yesterday. He jinxed us. AJ Brown dropped every day.
AJ Brown caught the disease. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, remember the Ravens in 2012 where Flacco made that run. The Ravens were going to lose to Denver. They had that miracle deep pass where the Denver defensive back fucked up, and then the Ravens beat them in overtime, and they won the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, real quick. Remember we talked about this off stage, texting back and forth. I cashed out for $1,600 last night.
Oh, nice.
And fucking Diggs, 2 catches, 16 yards, brother. That's all he had last night.
Yeah,
I had a parlay going on, right? It was a cash out $1,600 for a $5,200 hit. If Diggs got a TD, I cashed out. He only ended up with 16 yards, no TDs. Man, I was like, on a $10 bet though. I'm like, $10 bet, I'll take it. I'm like, I picked Joe's brain. Joe's like, it's money, brother. It's guaranteed. Take it. I'm like, you're damn right. Fuck that.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, how you doing, bro? All right, and then the last game, we won't know about the last game until we see what happens tonight. So, well, so no matter what, the winner of tonight plays at New England. All right, so if it's Pittsburgh at New England, does everybody like New England, or can Houston or Pittsburgh upset the Patriots?
I think New England.
I think New England beats either team.
Same here.
The way the Patriots played last night at a 3-3 game going into basically second half, and the way they just turned it around, Vrabel has that defense playing. I don't care who you're playing. I don't think the Texans have enough firepower to score on this defense. And Pittsburgh outside of PA, they ain't shit. They ain't shit. I don't care who you're bringing back. The Patriots are going to win this outright easy, yeah.
Yeah, you know what's ironic, though, because I was told my UPS driver's a Steelers fan, and I was saying, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think New England's going to win too. But Pittsburgh did beat New England earlier this year, right? So I mean, you know, football's a game of matchups. And again, I still think New England beats them. But wouldn't it be ironic if Buffalo beats Denver, and then say Pittsburgh wins tonight, and Pittsburgh somehow beat New England? Pittsburgh would host the championship game.
Damn.
Ain't that something?
Squeaking in to hosting the AFC Championship game? That's insane. That's insane.
No, but you know what the funny thing is, though, is that you could see that happening, kind of. I think New England beats them, but I'm saying,
I think it happened.
I can definitely see Buffalo taking care of business, and if that were to happen, the Steelers would control their own destiny.
That'd be crazy, right?
You know?
Yeah, it would.
Can you imagine Josh Allen at Pittsburgh in that stadium with a chance to go?
Steelers get DK Metcalf back today?
What's that?
He's back. He's back.
Yeah, he's back.
The only player that's going to be inactive is that 6'9" Williams, the tight end. He broke his arm. He's the only one not going to be playing. Definitely out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I said, I just don't trust Houston, a dome team playing in like 20 degrees. That's why and Pittsburgh hasn't. I saw some crazy stat. Pittsburgh hasn't lost a home Monday night game since like 1991 or something.
You know what I do trust, though? I trust good defenses, and Houston's defense is a bunch of animals.
It's true. No, you're right. And defense.
Yeah, but Diego, look, I like the cold, brother, but that fucking cold, when I go outside, I'm a fucking icicle, bro. You know, playing, like Joe said, playing in a dome. I don't care where you play. That hawk out there is like breathing tonight. That shit is like 30-mile-an-hour winds, and right now it's 19 degrees still. You know,
I hear you, but these kids have played everywhere.
Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
How about the college football championship?
Oh yeah.
Bro, Indy fucking Anna. Holy shit. A combined 90 to like 13 in the two games that they played. Insane, dude. Insane.
Indiana's gonna kill Miami.
Man. I was gonna say I think Indiana kills Miami in Miami.
Right. Going back, I just want to see fucking. I hate saying this. I hate the Canes, number one, being a Notre Dame fan. We get that. But I can't stand seeing Michael Irvin beating the fucking thing. God. I hate Michael revving that shit up. Indiana, I don't even see a line, Joe. Do you have the lineup by that? It's got to be like, what, 12 points or something like that already? I think.
You know what's funny? It's funny you mentioned that. Oh, here we go. Here, I was just looking for it on here.
Okay.
Dude, you know what? If you like Indiana, you might want to bet them now. It's 8.5 right now.
Wow. That's I mean,
because if you were thinking it could be like double, if you were thinking it could be double figures, you might want to get in on Indiana now on the
I seen it on what was it, Caesars that I usually play. They were 10.5 yesterday. It's gone down to 8.5. But here's the thing: Miami's defense is stout, man. They have that wide receiver, the freshman that's all world. You take away him, the running game's there, but the other wide receivers don't scare me. In Indiana, man, 5 different touchdowns to 5 different freaking players last week, and a defense that gives up points and they turn it around right away and shut you down. They're elite. I mean, how can you not go against the Hoosiers right now? How can you not?
The running back Fletcher from Miami, he just is balling. He's playing.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy, but that's all they have is in the middle. The wide receiver scares me, but other than that, Carson Beck's going to be Carson Beck soon. He's like the Sam Darnold we talk about. He's going to have a great game. Then all of a sudden, it's going to be Carson Beck.
Yeah, I don't know much about him. I don't watch much college football, but I did watch that game. He's pretty good.
He did show me something.
Both them quarterbacks played tough last week. That dude Chambliss is pretty nice too from Ole Miss.
Yo, did you see that? He's a 6-year player. They just granted him no play this year. So this is his last year, no matter what. I think it was.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to jump sports. I'm going to go over to hockey, but it has nothing to do with the Flyers.
Okay.
I'm going to give a shout out to the mini mites at the Phantoms game. Did anybody see the video?
Yeah.
Brawl with the other team.
The little kids, right?
All the little kids.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Ice clearing brawl. And when they left the ice, they got the cheering. And when the teams came back on the ice for the game, they got booed off. They wanted the kids back on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want one more note too, before we roll out of here. The Phillies have a meeting with Bo Bichette. Hopefully they do. Hopefully that happens because if they don't do something, I'm not excited at all.
Me too.
About the offseason, Bo Bichette would definitely do it.
Yeah. So but anyway, all right, guys.
We can trade Bohm over to the Red Sox because they're going to need somebody to replace Bregman. Maybe we get something out of that.
Duran.
Yeah, maybe. I'll take it. I just want to see something because if they're bringing back the same lineup, I'm not excited at all.
No,
so
retrading going to work.
But well, guys, Paul, thanks for hopping on with us. It's been real. Unfortunately, for the first time in a long time, I'm not going to say go Birds. Thank you.
Finally, out to hear it. Thank you.
I guess next week we'll get a lot more into the other sports. You know, hopefully we'll be celebrating a Bo Bichette signing, and we'll do a lot of Sixers and Flyers talk, and I guess. Oh, and you know what? We'll get into the NCAA because the NCAA game I think is next Monday night, right? So we'll preview that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
So, all right, guys, we'll have a great week, and go Sixers and go Flyers.
And go guys.
Strong, let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play. We see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. Alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk.